Michelle. No.
What noise was that? I went to go put my mouth over it and realised I'd left the flick fingers up, jammed it into my gums. What an idiot. Well, should we get on with today's Friday weekly thoughts, shall we? Weekly check-in. So how are we all keeping then? Are we keeping well? Is life treating us well? Is everything awesome? Have you had a good week? I've had a good week, I think. So we've had some struggles. We've had some stuff go wrong, but that's like every day. Like, well, not every day, but like, that's just life, right? Isn't it? But, no buts. It has been a good week. I built a nice gate and the client was happy with that. I've got a whole bunch of work done. I've made some clients really happy. I did this awesome American black walnut like control box for a gentleman with his model railway system. He was super pleased with that. We got a nice payment for that. So yeah, so it's been a good week. It's been the first proper week, I think, really working in here since we've redone it. And I'm really pleased with it. What do you think? Did you watch the video? Because yeah, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Do you know what? I thought I had the vision and I was all for it. And then work started getting hard and things started getting difficult. And I was like, oh, I don't know what I've done here. And now I'm really pleased with it. It's like I don't know how I worked without it, to be honest with you. And I'm sure the same will be when I put another workbench in or put the extra leaves on or do whatever it is that I'm doing. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Talk about them. How about how you were all doing? Because I know, like, I would argue I'm fairly on the ball with stuff and fairly switched on with things and all that sort of rubbish. And life's hard at the moment, isn't it? Like, especially for you guys out there that do this for a living or you're a tradie or whatever like that, have you found that people haven't got as much money to spend or they're holding on to it? That kind of sucks, man. I mean, I understand, like, our bills have gone up at home and here, so I do understand, but does it make it hard work, especially when you've got through COVID, right? You got through COVID, you kept the lights on, and then the electricity bill like triples and you keep the lights on, and then something else happens, and can you believe, right? We had a letter from the rates office today, business rates. So in the UK, you have to pay like tax on having your business, and if it's below a certain amount, you get we get business rates relief in this area because they want to keep businesses in the area. And they've turned around this year and said, actually, we think the rateable value of your property is $5,000 more than what you've been paying for the last 3 years. We don't disagree with what you paid in the last 3 years. We think it was right, but we've decided that your property is worth $5,000 more a year, which it isn't. And so now we're going to charge you, but we're going to charge you a whole bunch of money, but we'll give you business rates relief. So you only got to pay another like 60 to 80 pounds a month. And I'm like, it's still like 60, 80 quid a month. Like, what are you talking about? So it's just constant setbacks, constant decisions, constant pivots. But I guess that's all part of it, right? Being self-employed is hard. Being self-employed during a possible recession is hard. Being self-employed during a possible recession after 3 years of hassle is really hard. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Michelle and I were talking about it today. And we were like, right, so what are the options then? Because I love being here. I love my job. I love the creativity. I love so much about being self-employed. But I can go earn good money working for someone and be miserable and not want to be there all day, every day, which I don't want to do. So I want to push the business and work hard and get everything I can out of it. But do you ever feel like it's going to be a tough one? Do you ever feel like you ever heard that phrase where it's like just over the next hill, just over the next hill? How much longer is it just over the next hill? I feel like I've got over like 50 hills and now I'm looking at a mountain and I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? I mean, it's all right. Like, we've got ideas, we've got plans, we've got stuff in the pipeline, and, you know, we pay the bills and the lights are still on and the kids are still fed, and, you know, ultimately we're all healthy and that's what matters. But I hate to say it, but I think it might be a tough year. I might be wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. What do you guys think? You know, a lot of you are self-employed that watch, a lot of you like comment, and, you know, you do woodworking or you run workshops and stuff like that. How do you think it's going to be this year? Do you think it's going to be good? do you think it's going to be difficult? Do you think it's going to be manageable? Because ultimately, it doesn't matter if it's difficult or not, because life is difficult, but is it manageable? Is it achievable? Can we fix it? Can we do what we need to do? I think we can. Sometimes I get a little bit impatient. Do you get impatient? Because I do. And then that impatience creates problems because I want things done now and you've got to wait. Like, oh, I want this product out. And like this week, again, I was supposed to get this canoe made or at least cut. And I got everything done and I worked all day Sunday to get the files and everything made up, figured everything out. And then we had work come in and I've had to get on with that. And then we've had a few bad days where like a 2-hour job in the sunshine turned into like a 4, 5, 6-hour job in the rain, which kind of sucked. And the weather's been poor again, so it makes everything difficult. But I should stop moaning, really. I'm not going to moan and then spends like 5 minutes moaning. Just hard, isn't it? Just difficult. But yeah, like you tell me, how are you guys finding it? Because there's some people I know that run breweries. There's some people that I know that run workshops. Some people that work in offices. Some people that just work out the garage. You know, I know there's some retired people on there. How are you all finding it this year? Do you think it's going to be a good year? Is it going to be a good one? Is it going to be a hard one? Because I don't necessarily mind the hard work, but I like to be able to achieve things, right? And I like to be able to, what am I trying to say? Not only achieve things, but I like to be able to see what I've done at the end of the day. And that's one of the reasons why I love doing this. It's one of the reasons why I've always loved building. It's because at the end of the day, you can see what you've accomplished, right? I think that may be a little bit more difficult this year because ultimately, when you run a business, one of the big accomplishments is getting paid and then having money spare. I don't suppose there'll be a huge amount of money spare this year. Which again, kind of sucks. But, I mean, my kids are healthy. My house isn't getting shelled. Like, what really have I got to moan about? I've got my workshop. Man, people are killed for a life like mine. So I shouldn't moan about it. But, like I said, I don't mean to sound like I'm moaning. I'm just sounding off, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys have any big projects coming up this year? So we're hopefully doing like a local town show for St George's next month, and that would be good. We're going to try and get some furniture and a canoe, like the new canoe. We're going to get one of those done, and just not necessarily to make too much money, but just try and get a name out more locally. So that's a big plan for us. I really want to hammer the canoes this year, and then I'm not quite sure where we're going to go because everything just keeps changing and moving and stuff like that. But that's okay, I guess. I like certainty. I love knowing, right, this is what I'm doing. This is the direction I'm heading in. If anything gets in the way, I'll just plough on through. And right now, you're just like, do I do this? Do I do this? Do I do this? Man, it is hard work. But it is what it is, isn't it, right? So I shouldn't whinge and whine and moan. But yeah, I don't know. What are you guys doing this year then? Have you got any big projects? Have you got any big plans? Have you got anything that you're mad excited about? Because that's what it's all about, I suppose, isn't it? Even though it's hard, even though you've got to push through, does it excite you? Do the things that you do, you put a smile on your face. And if they do, then I mean, like, you've won like 90% of the battle, really, haven't you? Because I've had jobs which properly made me miserable. I hated them. Like, really hated them. And I still got up and I still went because that's what you do. But yeah, man, I hated it. It killed me inside. So, we shouldn't really moan. How many times have I said we shouldn't moan? And then proceeded to moan? I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting year. I think I am going to focus as much as I can on the things that I can achieve, on what I can sort out, how I can make things better. I'm going to hammer the crap out of the content because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the interaction with you guys. I'm going to push the canoes. And we're just going to see where the world takes us, I guess. See what happens because I hate it. But that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So what are you going to do? Are you going to see what happens? Have you got your plan? Are you just going to duck and weave and all that sort of rubbish? Or are you just pulling your hair out already? I tell you what, I love these. I started off thinking, I don't know. And now I'm thinking, we can smash this. It's going to be hard, but we can do it. I can do it with you guys watching, eh? Anyway, look, I'll give you a cheers, look, Bob. And I'm going to go because it's Thursday night, it's late. I want to see my children. I want to have some food. I'm going to have a hot shower because it has been cold. So, you have a beautiful evening. You have a great weekend. You enjoy it. And I shall catch you on the next one, all right? Have fun. Oh, it's so nice. Take it easy, guys.